Hello everybody and welcome to Five Nights at Freddy's, a game in which everybody knows what it is. A game that I fell in love with back in 2014, have already played extensively, so I'm mostly going to just kind of in the background play it, but also kind of just talk, pretty much. You get settled in on your first night. I've played this game so much and watched so much content of this game. I will have to turn the game audio down because it is so loud. Do I blame them? No. Okay, he's finally stopped talking. I've 3-starred this game specifically multiple times. I've also played through the entirety of Fnaf 2. And I've played almost every single Fnaf game, except a lot of the most recent stuff. But I've never 100%ed them. So I'm probably going to go through and just kind of do that for fun, because why not? Also, sorry for not uploading in a while. A lot of things at my work and just in general happened. Oh. What's up, pimp? That's a rare screen. Again, really? Yeah, give it to me for free at this point. But yeah, no, I remember when this game came out in 2014, and like Markiplier played it, and there was a kid in my cafeteria at the start of, before school started, excuse me, that had a phone. He was like the only person that was super young. He was a year older than me. We had a phone, and I remember, like, he would always have either the full game or like the demos on his phone, and he'd always be playing it. And the whole shtick of getting to the cafeteria before school started was you'd want to get there first before everybody else, so you'd be able to kind of reserve a spot to be able to sit next to him. And then, of course, if any of his close friends got there at school, then you'd be booted out, and you wouldn't be able to, like, watch him play Five Nights at Freddy's as easy. Yeah, no, this game's great. I love the franchise. In my heart, 1 through 6, and then UCN will forever be kind of like the pinnacle Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't know, there's something about it that's just kind of, it's the original classic formula before they did, like, Help Wanted and other things. We don't talk about FNAF World, of course. But, I don't know, they just kind of did all the things, or Scott did, at least, similar, but ever so slightly different, to really keep you enticed and keep you interested in the actual game. And it was so cool. And I remember being just so excited when a new game would drop. And man, I remember 2016 getting hyped for like FNAF 5 Sister Location. And then hearing that it was like allegedly canceled. And everybody was so sad. And then like what, a few weeks later it's released. It was amazing. I know the formula for FNAF 1. I kind of remember the formula for FNAF 2. I don't remember any of it on 3. 4, kind of self-explanatory, and 5 is kind of self-explanatory. 6, I have no idea. I've forgotten. Last time I played that game, Pizza Sim, was a long time ago. And UCN I've always dinked around with. But I've never, like, beaten any of it. I've played it very lightly. Yeah, it's such a time capsule to look back at this game. What is it now, 11 years later, and just kind of see how far it's come, and see how long it kind of stands the test of time as well, to be honest. It's an amazing horror game. It's fantastic. The first one has some of the greatest atmosphere setting I've ever seen in any horror game. Same with the second one. The third one is quite amazing. Visually. Gameplay-wise, not really. But, yeah. One thing I do have to say that kind of annoys me about this game is that when you open it, OBS likes to record it in a tiny little window. I'm gonna let this ring out. Meow, meow, meow. Yay! No, OBS loves to record this in a tiny little window, and you have to, like, zoom it in. And it's really annoying, to be honest. It's very annoying. But what's even more annoying is that since it's stretched, because the resolution is, like, what, 1026 by 7 something? It's not 1080 by 720. It's really weird. But it stretches the screen, and so everything's zoomed in.
Talk to you soon.
Everything under control. But no, my complaint is that it zooms in the screen, and so the mouse is a little bigger. I don't really care about that, but since it's super zoomed in, whatever sensitivity you have on your mouse is like tenfold now, because you're moving it across essentially a tiny bit of the normally either 1080 or 1440 screen that you might have at home. I have a 1440p monitor, so it's just... I have to lower the DPI on my mouse so it feels normal. That's why I can't, like... That's why I'm not 100% getting, like, the flick down. Because normally I would on my DPI. It's weird. It's kind of annoying. Oh, man, I forget the intervals. Because it's 3 seconds on night 7. It's 5 on night 6. I think it's 7 on night 5. And a bit longer after that. Or before that, I suppose. Oh, I also kind of wanted to rant about Microsoft support. My Microsoft account recently got hacked, which was, or is, extremely annoying. And I'm right now in the process of getting it back. But the problem is that my password has been changed. My phone number that's linked to the verification was deleted, and then they added, like, another identity verification thing to the account, which I'm pretty sure is an auth app. Just some form of 2FA for authentication, where it's the little code that changes every, like, 20 seconds, basically. The issue, though, is when you go to try to contact Microsoft support to speak to an agent, or sorry, so to reset your password, it then says to give the authentication app code. But I never set that up on my authentication app, and so I don't have that. So I click, like, oh, I don't have that. And then it's like, okay, here's another option. And you can select between 2 checkboxes, one of them being the authentication code, which I literally just said that I don't have, and the other option being whatever, like, Microsoft paid service for, like, extra security, which I'm not a business, and so I don't fucking have that. And then after that, if you go, okay, I don't have that, then it asks for your, like, account, like, backup security code. That's, like, 12 digits, 16 digits long. And I'm like, okay, I didn't even know that existed on Microsoft, and so I don't have that. And so they're like, okay, fill out this form, and if you give enough information, we'll maybe get back to you in 24 hours, and we'll see if I feel like it. Really? How many seconds was that? That was not a long time. Okay, well, we're dead. I feel like that was much... Anyways. to continue my story. But basically, when you go to the account center, and you want to like talk to an agent or whatever, and you're like, okay, go to the help center, contact whatever. Basically, you're given the prompt. You're given the prompt of like, you need to sign in to talk to an agent, and I'm like, okay, well, I can't sign in because I don't have my password. And they're like, okay, well, to talk to an agent, you're gonna need to sign in. I'm like, well, I can't sign in because I don't have my password because the hacker changed it. And they're like, okay, but to be able to talk to an agent to resolve this problem, you're gonna need to sign in. And I'm like, what do you want me to do here? And so I have kind of a hope that I'll be able to get it back, purely because I had that account linked to an Xbox, and so through like the little form that you can fill out of like give as much information about the account that you know of, and maybe we'll be able to help you. There's one slot where it's like, did you own an Xbox, and was your account linked to an Xbox ever? And so I said, like, yeah, it was an Xbox One or whatever. And then it asks for, like, your username and then the console device ID. And so then I gave that. So we'll see. And now we're waiting to see if I actually get a response, which I kind of doubt it. I don't have anything important on my Microsoft account at all. But my Minecraft account is linked to that. And I don't really want to lose that. In fact, I really don't want to lose that. That would be a huge pain in the ass and resolve to be a huge waste of time if I end up losing it, because there goes a whole bunch of progress on, like, servers and stuff. Like, I play a lot of Skyblock, and so all of that would just be gone. You know? Kind of annoying. Kind of, like, really annoying. So, we'll see if they get back to me. Oh, another thing I will say that I don't like about this game is actually not the game itself. It's the fact that it has no code in any of it, or I'm pretty sure any of the games, actually, to lock the mouse inside the game window. Because my mouse, as you see on, like, the right-hand side, it'll hit the wall, and I can't go over, but I have a second monitor on my left, and so this mouse will just pass over. And so if I, like, look around too fast, my mouse goes onto my other monitor window, and then it tabs out of the game if I click, and it's just annoying. So, that, I mean, it's not, like, the biggest problem in the world, and I'm pretty sure it's solved in later, like, it's fixed in later games, but it's one of those, like, tiny little oversights that if you have more than one monitor, you, like, there, boom, right there, I just did it, and we're back. I didn't even do that on purpose, that was a complete accident, but it's one of those tiny little oversights that you don't really think about until it's, like, right there in your face, and then you're like, oh, well, this is very noticeable, and I very much don't like this. Like, I'm trying to think of things to talk about, but I'm not that good at commentary, because I don't really have anything to talk about. Like, I don't know. What do you want me to talk about? Whoa!
Okay, I'll leave you to it. See you on the flip side.
Flip side? Fnaf world reference? We just kind of appeared within the flicker. Oh, look, it's Freddy! Absolutely locked in. Ah! He got slimed. He's gone. Rest in peace, purple guy. Bone guy. Purple guy. Henry. Do we know? He's peeking, but that's okay. We're doing a good job at stalling Freddy. Pretty effective stall. I just wanted to kind of keep doing that before I actually started counting. Good lord, that's so loud. Meh, meh, meh. It's like a second late on that one. That's annoying. Oh my gosh, you're kidding. Oh, we're fucked. Yeah, I haven't timed this right. He moves every... I forget exactly. It's either 5 or 7 seconds on the interval. And I don't fully remember. Yeah, it's not like second late. It might be 5. Yeah, we're fucked. I'm curious as to how much time I had left, but I don't imagine it was close. At least like 2 more minutes. Because I gotta remember, I want to say Fnaf 1, each hour is like 8 minutes. Which doesn't sound ridiculous on paper, but when you're doing it like over and over and over again, and you have to keep like going through the nights, 8 minutes, 8 to like 8.5, I think it is, becomes kind of ridiculous. We'll see, I don't know. Yeah, we're dead. My timing was off. It was really annoying. Never fucking mind. Never mind. I'm just that good. I'm just that good. 120 whole dollars to Mike Schmidt, a valued employee of Fazbear Entertainment. November 12th, because we're not gonna tell you. Very nice. 1 star, baby. The real question is, how much can we leech off of this? About 5%. What's annoying is that you get to the point where it's quite literally just the same thing over and over again. Like, it gets to be really ridiculous. Yeah, we don't make this. Just gonna let them kill me. Yeah. Yeah, 4% 4 AM, we're not making that. It gets down to being decently fine-tuned. There's a few fat fingers. There's a few instances where I'm pretty sure Bonnie left. Like right after I shone the light. How long can I stall? decent amount. See, the interesting thing about Freddy is if you just kind of keep the cam on him, he doesn't move. And you could put the cams on any cam to stop Foxy from moving. If you know the timings and you know the numbers, it's genuinely not that difficult of a game to beat. To the point of which I'm pretty sure you can beat it, like, every single time without fail if you get the timing down. My timing's off, because I have not played the game in a very long time, and I have not watched a guide on how to beat the game in an even longer time. Like, we're allowed to sacrifice a little bit of time to check slightly more often, because it cancels out the fact that we would have to close the door for Freddy. Whereas each time we just keep flipping it up, it keeps resetting both of their internal timers on movement. And we're good. To the point at which it kind of starts hurting your hand, if I'm going to be honest. Because all it is, you just keep flicking downwards. We hit 3 AM like 4% above, which is really nice. So I might actually try to quicken the pace on night 7 and attempt to stall Freddy. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So when a lot of people beat Night 6, a lot of people interpreted this as just getting, as Mike Schmidt just receiving an extra 50 cents. However, my question is, why would they write a whole new check to be able, like, to show that? Would it not mean that, like, he worked an overtime night, he's getting a $120.50 check? Or, like, bonus? I don't know. Because I feel like if it was just an extra 50 cents, they'd write the check down as 50 cents and in the memo be like overtime or something like that. I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be weird. Who knows? 420 mode, let's get it. The plan immediately failed on stalling him. He moved way quicker than the casual 3-second interval, and I just fucked up right there. Oh, it's all going to shit. I am not locked in right now, if I can be honest. Oh my gosh, I'm stupid. Yeah, I was not locked. Ugh. Just out of habit, I flicked. Just because of all of the 6th night, I didn't have to close that door. That's on me. Alright. Run it back. Thank the Lord you don't have to, like, reset it to 20 every time. Thank the Lord. That's actually very nice. As soon as we hear Freddy move. There we go. God damn it, dude. Fuck. If I can be completely honest with you, I kept twitching. And then I didn't get that in my head that Chica was there at the door. And to add another thing onto it, my fucking leg is itching, and that was also very distracting. I'm not making excuses. You are. I have actually a question, because it's very well known that, like, within the nights, if you just set the game to 3 FPS, you just win, because every single movement key is set up on an FPS level and not a real-time level. And same with Foxy as well. And so, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, I'm pretty sure never move. And since Foxy's also set up on the FPS, he never moves as well, because there's not enough time for him to kill you, because not enough FPS go by. Is it possible that a higher FPS monitor would then make the game run faster? Like, make the animatronics run faster? I'm not complaining that it's too difficult. I've beaten this before multiple times. But I don't know, I'm just asking. We'll go when the Freddy whistle blows. Yeah, we're not making it. Yeah, we can't hit it, let him hit 2 times. Can maybe one, yeah. The game just restart though, it's faster. I can let him hit the door once, and that's about it. Are you fucking kidding me? How? What? What the fuck? Is that just unlucky, or is it just a skill issue? I don't fucking know, dude. My count wasn't off. Maybe it is the FPS. Who fucking knows? Maybe it is. I did fuck up at the beginning, though, of not looking at him directly. Fuck my ass, dude. Gosh. Bro, I got greedy in my head. I was like, oh, what if I count slightly to 4 and then flip the camera really fast as soon as I say 4, and of course, as soon as I get to 4, he moves, because the interval has to be 3. So in my head, I'm like, how do I save power off of this? And of course, I misinput the fucking button, and so Chica gets in the door, and that gives her enough time to stall the door and not allow me to close the door, and then I fucking die. I'm having fun. Also, my hand is fucking cramping, dude, because of this fucking mouse DPI. If the mouse didn't go onto the other screen, I'd be perfectly fine. It would be perfectly fine. Like, I need to stop doing that, because I swear I click it. I swear I do, but then it just doesn't activate, and that, like, throws me. That throws the game. Oh my god, I'm fucking... Bro, I might just do this in another video, dude. Holy fuck, this is pissing me off. Holy fuck, misinputting is pissing me off, dude. Holy fuck, this is pissing me off. I'm actually not joking. This is actually just making me mad. This is making me mad. I'm pressing the button, but it doesn't activate. And I don't know if it's me... Because you know how in some games where it's like, you might click on something, but it won't activate because as you're clicking it, you're kind of moving your mouse. And so, like, as the mouse moves, the game registers it as, like, a drag click.